What are PMBOK Guide knowledge areas? You would know that, everybody knows that, there's no real secret here. But did you know why PMBOK Guide has knowledge areas? Let's figure it out. Hey, this is Praveen Malik from pmbypm.com, your ultimate resource for the PMP exam prep. My mission is to make you pass the PMP exam in your first try. Today I'm going to discuss about the utility of knowledge areas with the help of an example. Stay tuned till the end and I'll share a mnemonic with you which will help you in remembering these knowledge areas. Before we go ahead, please subscribe to this channel and press the bell icon. This way, whenever I release new informative videos, you'll get to know about them. Have you seen Home Alone? Great movie, one of my favorites. Do you know what happened? They left the kid home alone. Would you do that? The director portrayed the whole affair in a very humorous manner, but you won't want to do that. In real projects, we have to plan properly so that these kind of mishaps don't happen. Let's see. Let's assume that we have to go on a vacation and we have a big family with people of all ages and all sizes. People have their own needs and habits. What would you do? Would you plan for such a vacation? Would you treat it as a project? Of course you would. How would you plan? You would plan by asking some questions. What kind of questions? Let's see. You might ask, who are our stakeholders? Stakeholders are our family members. They have their own needs. They have their own idiosyncrasies. You have to take care of those needs and idiosyncrasies to create a plan. Then you might ask, what will be the schedule? The schedule would be the time required to go to the destination, the time spent at the destination, the kind of activities that we will do, etc. Then you might ask, what will be the scope? Scope is the work that you'll do to make the whole trip enjoyable, like booking the hotels, booking the transportations, taking the insurance, etc. Then you might ask, what will be the budget? Oh, that's a big question. The budget for the whole project, budget for the booking, budget for the traveling, etc. And another question could be, would there be risks? Of course, there would be. You have to take care of those risks so that the vacation is enjoyable and it's not spoiled. Is planning easy? Not at all. A big no. It's not easy. You have to take care of so many people and so many needs. In real project, it's even much more difficult. Let's look at a real project. You have to think about scope, schedule, cost, quality, resource, communication, risk, procurement, and stakeholders. It's a big thing. You have to think about 9 different things to do the planning. And yeah, that's just the planning part. So real projects are never going to be easy. So what will you do? You have to plan for each and every little thing. You have to plan for scope, you have to plan for schedule, you have to plan for cost, etc. All these 9 different things. Now let's say you had 9 managers at your disposal. Now you'll be happy that I have 9 managers and these 9 managers can go and take care of their individual planning activities. Like there's a scope manager who will do scope planning, there's a cost manager who will do cost planning, there's a schedule manager who will do schedule planning. Now you're happy and you tell each of these guys, go ahead and do your planning and then come back to me. They said, of course we'll do that. And few minutes later, they came back. First came the scope and the schedule manager. And they were at loggerheads. They were fighting with each other. Scope manager said, I need to do 100 tasks for this project. Schedule manager said, you may want to do 100 tasks, but that's not my concern. You have to complete the project in 6 months. Whether you do 100, 50 or 1000, that doesn't really matter. 6 months, that's it. That's the deadline. Then the third guy came in, the cost manager. He said, hang on folks, we have to complete the project within $100,000. Can you do that? Whether it's 100 tasks or 10 tasks, I don't care. Whether it's 6 months or 3 months, I don't care. We have to complete the project in $100,000. Now this seems to be tricky. Consider 9 guys fighting with each other and all saying different things. What will you do? Planning is never easy. Think about yourself in real projects. You always face these kind of situations where you are stumped. You're thinking about one thing and then another thing comes up and you don't know for sure what to do and what not to do. And that's where real planning comes in. You have to plan for, number one, scope. Scope is the work involved in the project, the task that you have to do, the boundaries. Then comes the schedule. Think about the timeline, the activities, and the duration of the project. Then comes the cost. Think about the money, the funding, the estimation. And then you have to talk about quality. Quality means the standards, the policies, stakeholder needs, and how to fulfill them. Then comes the resource. Resource means man, material, machine, or a facility. Then comes the communication. Communication means information. Creation of that information, collection of information, delivering that information, storing that information, etc. Then comes the risk. Risk means threats and opportunities. Then comes the procurement. Procurement means third parties, vendors, work that is being done by somebody outside the organization. And lastly, you have stakeholders. Stakeholders are groups, organization, people who are in some way influenced by the project, who are some way interested in the project. Now you have to plan for all these 9 different things. How will you do that? Even if you have 9 managers at your disposal, these guys don't talk eye to eye. So you have to find a way to integrate them. How will you integrate? In fact, these 9 different managers are not 9 individuals, but 9 parts of your brain. You have to integrate these 9 parts of your brain to create a comprehensive plan. And this is called integration. This is the 10th thing that we have to consider. So planning is never easy in real life project, but we have to think about 9 plus 1, 10 different things to complete the planning. Now, did you understand why do we need 10 different knowledge areas? These are the 10 different types of knowledges that a project manager should have to complete the project, to do project management. Okay, so now that we understand the 10 knowledge areas, the 10 subdivisions of the PMBOK guide, let's go ahead and take a look at the thing I promised you in the beginning of the video. I told you I'll share a mnemonic with you on how to remember these knowledge areas. The mnemonic is very simple. I should sit calmly and quietly to revise content related to PMP syllabus. What does it really mean? Let me elaborate. It's like this. I means integration. S means scope. Second S means schedule. So if you remember, I should sit calmly and quietly to revise content related to PMP syllabus, you'll be able to remember the 10 different knowledge areas. That's it, folks. Thank you. You can follow me on different social media channels like Quora, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You can find the links in the description below. Please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. And please leave a comment before you go. I'll be happy to interact with you. Thank you once again.